Hi everyone, good afternoon. Nice to see you again. थोड़ी देर वेट करते हैं जिससे लोग हमें ज्वाइन करेंगे. ऑलरेडी कमेंट्स आ रहे हैं हमें. मिस्टर राजेश सिंह राठौड़ इज सेइंग थैंक यू फॉर द इनिशिएटिव. वेल, थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग अस टुडे. गाइस, आप लोग जैसे जैसे हमें ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं प्लीज कमेंट सेक्शन में एक हाई ड्रॉप कर दीजिए. और इस सेशन से रिलेटेड जो भी क्वेश्चंस होंगे वो भी आप कमेंट्स में डाल सकते हैं. Okay, Mr. Mayur Deria is saying that today will be an insightful session. Thank you for that. Yes, it will be. Hi Rohit, hi Sumit, hi Sunil, hi Pavan. Okay, great. That means all of you can hear me properly. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us. वेलकम टू इंडियाबुल सिक्योरिटीज. मैं हूं आंचल पाठक और आज के वेबिनार में आपका स्वागत है. जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि सेंसेक्स की जो एक्सपायरी है वो फ्राइडे से ट्यूसडे को शिफ्ट हो चुकी है और कल यानी 14 जनवरी को साल की दूसरी सेंसेक्स एक्सपायरी है. तो इसी बात को ध्यान में रखते हुए कल आपको क्या ध्यान में रखना चाहिए एज अ ट्रेडर, कुछ डिस्कशन हम करने वाले हैं. मुझे आज ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं मिस्टर राजेश श्रीवास्तवा जो क्वांट लैब के फाउंडर है. एंड मिस्टर श्रीवास्तवा जो हैं वो 22 सालों से एक एक्सपर्ट ट्रेडर रहे हैं और ऑप्शंस और एल्गो ट्रेडर हैं. मिस्टर श्रीवास्तवा, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग अस टुडे एंड थैंक यू फॉर टेकिंग आउट योर टाइम. हमारी ऑडियंस के लिए काफी इंसाइटफुल सेशन होने वाला है ये. तो ग्रेट टू हैव यू हियर. हाउ आर यू डूइंग?
Thank you, Achal ji, for inviting me. I'm doing good, but not the markets. Okay.
Not the markets, definitely.
But that's the general tone. But if you are a derivative trader, it does not matter. I mean, you can always short a market, right? But then, when should we short? When should we stop? वो सभी important होते हैं. So I had actually prepared a PPT for this, but then I realized कि the market is in its own mood. तो हमने कहा चलो थोड़ा सा लोगों को ऐसा बताते हैं कि इट हेल्प्स देम टू प्लान देयर डायरेक्शंस और प्लान देयर एंट्री एग्जिट्स. ठीक है, बट या ओवरऑल मार्केट्स आर नॉट गुड.
एग्जैक्टली लाइक यू सेड, मार्केट्स आर नॉट गुड. तो आज क्या सीख मिली आज के जो डाउनफॉल है उसके उसको ध्यान में रखते हैं. व्हाट वुड यू लाइक टू से अबाउट योर एक्सपीरियंस टू?
देखो, एक तो है कि आज का डाउनफॉल अगर हम एक पिछले 7 दिन के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में देखें तो देयर इज नथिंग कॉल्ड ओवरबॉट और ओवरसोल्ड. मार्केट कैन स्टिल फॉल, राइट? बट एक चीज है आज के मार्केट से एन इंडिकेशन टू द फ्यूचर अगर हम एक ड्रॉ कर पाए तो लुक्स लाइक वी विल हैव अ काम डे टुमारो. ओके, व्हाई आई एम सेइंग सो? सो आई मीन देयर आर मेनी ऑप्शन ट्रेडर हियर. ओके, एंड आई एम अ हार्डकोर ऑप्शन ट्रेडर. If you see ATM, we have about पौने 500 रुपए का ATM है ना? सॉरी, 525 रुपए का ATM है आसपास में. The same ATM on the close of expiry -1 day last week was 700 rupees. So we have seen this in the past whenever the jodi bhav we call it in our traders language is lesser, we see I mean that's not a thumb rule, but we have seen like जब जोड़ी भाव बहुत कम होता है तो वॉलेटिलिटी भी बहुत कंटेन रहता है for some time and then at one point it comes. तो एक तो है कि we are having lesser premium compared to last expiry -1 day. दूसरा थोड़े से ओवरसोल्ड है. And when I say oversold, I follow a money flow index on a 4-hour basis. So for our viewers, RSI is a good indicator, but that's kind of lagging. Money flow is a leading indicator. So अगर आप 4 घंटे में देखो हेडलाइन इंडेक्स को, निफ्टी, बैंक निफ्टी, सेंसेक्स, तो थोड़े से ओवरसोल्ड हो गए हैं. If you go back and check in history, at this point of time, मार्केट थोड़ा सा ब्रेथ लेता है, थोड़ा पुल बैक होता है, फिर जो डायरेक्शन पकड़ना होता है. But for now, of course, the market it has on way to operate. But yeah, if anything we can refer from the history, थोड़े से यहाँ पे काम लग रहे हैं. So, Achal, for your question, what is the biggest lesson? There's nothing called oversold or overbought. I mean, बैंक निफ्टी तो almost 5000 पॉइंट गिर गया और I mean oversold कहीं नहीं दिख रहा था.
राइट. स्पेसिफिकली टुमारो क्या ध्यान में रखना चाहिए ट्रेडर्स को?
तो टुमारो एक तो कि हमारे पास अगर आप ऑप्शन ट्रेडर तो प्रीमियम कम है ना? तो ऑप्शन सेलर के लिए बहुत कुछ नहीं है क्योंकि देखो अब रात का थीटा भी एडजस्टमेंट होगा कल सुबह। तो पॉसिबली हम ₹500 या उससे नीचे ही खुलेंगे जोड़ी पे, अगर बहुत बड़ा मूव नहीं आया यूएस मार्केट में तो। दूसरा मैं कुछ नंबर आपको मैं बता के जा रहा हूँ। अच्छा एक एक काम करते हैं, एक एक रेफरेंस कल का लेते हैं, फिर उस रेफरेंस के हिसाब से आज का यू नो प्लान करेंगे कल का। सो फ्राइडे जब हम क्लोज हुए थे, कल्याण ज्वेलर्स हैड 20,000 लॉट ऑफ कॉल ट्रेडेड। उसके सामने पुट में सिर्फ 250 लॉट हुआ था। You know what? Kalyan Jewellers fell about 8% today. We had similar data for Motherson Sumi. By the way, ये सारे data I was told by Indiabulls team, they are building all this in different application onto their platform. So you can actually go and see these in few months, like what is the number of lot traded on which stock and what is the corresponding like call में अगर 1000 लॉट हुआ तो पुट में कितने हो रहे, तो मुझे बताया गया इंडियाबुल सारे डेटा अपने सिस्टम में बिल्ड कर रही है। तो कमिंग बैक टू दैट, सो अगर हम देखें परसों के बाजार में कल्याण ज्वेलर्स 20,000 लॉट के कॉल ट्रेड हुए थे और सामने में सिर्फ 250 लॉट का पुट, एंड वी हैव सीन 8% डाउन टुडे। सिमिलर विद मदरसन सुमी, पुट में सिर्फ 13 लॉट थे और कॉल में अबाउट 500 लॉट थे, एंड वी हैव सीन अबाउट 5% क्रैक। सो इफ आई do the same data on Sensex for tomorrow, पहला तो ओवरऑल आउटस्टैंडिंग। अच्छा ये एक इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है, बहुत लोग पूछते हैं मुझसे, तो ये भी एक बार कवर कर लेंगे। ओवरऑल आउटस्टैंडिंग ओपन इंटरेस्ट ऑन द कॉल साइड इज अबाउट 2,39,000 से 2 करोड़ 39 लाख, एंड पुट में 1 करोड़ 50 लाख का। सो 1:2 के रेशियो है मोटे मोटे तौर पे। अगर आप चेंज देखो तो 87 lakh on the call and just 87 lakh on the call side and put side is about 1 crore change today. Now, why we are tracking change? Okay, see, people follow PCR, but even you see even today, today if we can trade Sensex say February end, March and April end. So if you trade that, get counted on the open interest, and then if you do a PCR calculation 2 months from now on those contracts, it does not make any sense because market react on the current sentiments. Okay, market. So आज जो कल जो expiry हो रही, this was available to trade even 3 months back. So when I talk about outstanding PCR, outstanding call versus outstanding put, मुझे पता नहीं 3 महीने पहले क्या सेंटीमेंट थे, पुट क्यों बेचा गया था, कॉल क्यों बेचा गया था, बट व्हाट वी ट्रैक what happened today. So even if you see today in the call side, it was just 87 lakh, on the put side 152 lakhs. Okay, now this is nearly 1.2 ratio. Okay, now remember one thing, OI is not always short options, it could be long options. How do we track that? If IVs are rising, people don't short. Okay, so you have to go and check when this IV like chart, when the OI was increasing, what was happening with the IV and all. But at a higher level पे ज़्यादा call short है, put short है compared to call. It was the case yesterday also. Okay, and the kind of reaction all were anticipating looking at US market नहीं हुआ. No, it's very nominal. If you see 1.2%. Okay, but okay, that's one of the case. So Acha, for tomorrow we have I won't say we have a long setup, but we have a lot of cushions on the downside. Okay, at one point we will see sanity returning. Okay, so when I say so coming back to my point of PCR, so what we track what happened today on the call side versus what happened today on the put side. Okay, and that gives the current market mood or current reaction to the market sentiments. So if you see even today, the options expiring today, we have less put sold than the calls. Okay, so actually we have a cushion for tomorrow. I mean, we see it's again market, but we may not see a brutal sell off if this data holds good till tomorrow, say 11-12.
राइट। मैं अपने व्यूअर्स को याद दिला दूं कि अगर आपको कोई क्वेश्चंस हैं इस सेशन से रिलेटेड तो प्लीज कमेंट सेक्शन में डाल दीजिए। मिस्टर श्रीवास्तव विल डेफिनेटली टेक देम अप एंड ही इज हियर टू आंसर ऑल योर क्वेरीज। जो भी कंफ्यूजन है वॉलेटिलिटी को लेकर फिलहाल, एक्सपायरी को लेकर, आप वो क्वेश्चंस डाल सकते हैं हमारे कमेंट सेक्शन में एंड वी विल पिक दोज अप। Mr. Srivastava, how do you usually approach risk management in such situations?
So Achal, I'm a hardcore option trader, okay, and we design strategies in a way. So over the last 6 months, if you are an option trader, you may have realized this is a difficult time for all kind of strategies. So now the strategies are built to protect capital and not to get into a bigger losses. So we have built a lot of we had anyway had a lot of delta neutral strategies. Now what we have done, we've created some sorts of ulta hedge. Suppose my delta is selling 3 lot of call and 2 lot of put and balancing there. So now if I've sold 3 lot of call and 2 lot of put, I'm hedging it with the 3 lot of puts. So in case if I'm falling wrong, also it's giving us some cushion. So when talking about risk management, the idea is to protect capital because last 6 months or say around 6 months are very difficult for any option trader. When the market changes now, this market like today, people would have made tons of money if you are a directional trader. But then yes, directional trades gives you some time and takes more than that. Okay, so we always go by a strategy. I mean, yeah. So idea is to for now the strategy is built accordingly to protect capital, not to lose much, even if it's not working for us.
Right, makes sense. We are still awaiting questions from the audience. So guys, अगर आपका कोई questions हैं तो please comment section में डाल दीजिए and Mr. Srivastava will definitely pick them up. Mr. Srivastava, when was the last time you saw such type of volatility कह लो, downfall देख लो, कर लो? How does that affect your overall strategies in the long term?
Kajal, sorry, Achal, this is so when we talk about index level Nifty, Bank Nifty, Sensex, and other things, this is not showing the correct picture. If you go to the stock type, a stock side, a mid cap or small cap, there is a brutal sell off going on. And talking about last time, it was the election result day. I mean, we all had no idea what to do because when this kind of selling happens, so what I have done that day, I had a stock placed and taken margin on that, which you will also offer. And when the stock started to fall down, the margin what we have taken started to getting us mismatch with the value of the stock. So we had to manage that first. Second thing, exchange increase the margin because of the result anticipation and all. So this kind of volatility you say, or this kind of bloodbath was last seen during the election result day. But I mean, I'm sure everybody here on this in this may have experienced that day. But yeah, it was difficult day. But now you don't see that problem on the index because so in election result day we were few point away from a lower circuit. Index, if you see today, it's just 1.2%, 1.5% down, and the stock wise you see 5% layer, like tens of stocks, in 5% bracket or 10% bracket. So now the sell off is not in the index, but yes, in the broader market, really brutal sell off going on.
Right. We have a question from one of our audience members. Mudabir Khan is asking, I am new to options. Earlier, I was a long-term trader. Like others, I have lost quite an amount recently. Other than OI and current market news, is there any simple way to read all?
Yeah, so Mudadir, two things. One, are you trading stock or are you trading index? Both have a different sets of method to deal with, manage with. So if I don't know, but yes, OI you have done a good thing to start learning onto that. And one thing I want to add on you is to focus on the OI chain, not the OI, or not in terms of OI change in percentage. I would say focus in terms of OI change in lots. If I have to give you an example, say stock wise. Sriram Finance. Yesterday the OI was about 70,000 lots in future. In the last many years, I have not seen this kind of OI built up, and we all have seen what happened to stock today. So the idea, okay, let me put this way, very colloquial language or very easily understandable language. पहले बड़े लोगों का पोजीशन बनता है, फिर भाव आता है. अब सोचो उन्होंने 70,000 लॉट का सौदा खड़ा किया था. एक लॉट के लिए 2.5 लाख रुपए लगते हैं. कितने पैसे थे, राइट? तो yeah, you are tracking good OI, but then track the changes, not the percentage, and changes in terms of lot, not in terms of percentage, or not the total OI. So always change the incremental difference, okay, and you are good to start with.
Right. We also have Pavan Maleshappa. Sir, in Sensex, how much percentage of price and OI change do you consider as significant build-up?
Pawan, I guess this question is from some of the other video at this platform, other platform, where we have a threshold for the stock price and OI change. But Pawan, in index it is little different. It does not actually work on a threshold of price, and because here the volume of the option trading also need to be considered. The price of the option trading need to be considered. So what we'll do, we'll set up another this kind of sessions. Know more about market systems, and then we'll cover those dedicated OI detail about the index trading.
Mr. Shamshad Hussain has a very interesting question. Would you like to read it, or should I?
I read that, but Shamshad ji, एक बात बताओ, are you a derivative trader or cash trader? If you are a cash trader, yes, it is in panic. But derivative trader के लिए तो यार does not matter, right? You can always sort a market, right? So if you are a cash trader, yes, it's in panic. You need to take your call or over with your advisor. But derivative market के लिए तो ठीक है यार. I mean, थोड़ा चलो ठीक है. It's not as great as you could have done, in a normal calm market. This is too volatile market. But derivative के लिए तो I don't see a reason to be, saying that case panic button. Okay, so Samsad, I would love to read your reply. Are you a derivative trader or just a stock trader, cash stock trader?
Right. Once again, हमारे audience को अगर कोई questions हैं तो please comment section में डाल दीजिए. Mr. Shamshad, we'll also be waiting for your answer. Mr. Sriwastava, any major changes or any major movements that you've seen in the past couple of months for derivatives traders? Obviously, there has been quite a few. Personally, which one would you like to talk about?
So one, now, of course, the index, the option selling has become little pricey because you need to put a lot of margin, but then nothing changed on the stock side. And what is good thing about stock side, you got another 50-60 stock got added compared to 3-4 months back. So you have more opportunity. And remember, in this new lot also, there are many stocks which are too liquid. I mean, say a lot of stocks in the option market is not liquid, but in the new lot of stock got added, there are few stocks too good liquidity. And when I say liquidity for a stock, I mean not for the index. If you get a bid and ask within 50 paise, you can put a limit order and try that. So yeah, stock. The bigger change now that I'll shift from Jodi Bicho to a lot of stock strategies and all.
Right. So our audience, we are still waiting for your questions. Remember, ये एक open forum है. आपको कल के expiry से related, derivatives trading से related कोई questions हो तो please comment section में डाल दीजिए. Mr. Sriwastava is here to take up all those questions. Meanwhile, Mr. Sriwastava, what else can you tell us? Anything that one should keep in market as a new option trader? अभी फिलहाल इस मार्केट में एंट्री करते वक्त what should one keep in mind?
Yeah, so first of all, as a new option trader, एक बात याद रखो, you have opportunities on both sides, short option and long option. The current market we have seen, and let me tell you this way. So whenever there's an event in the market, what are the event for the market? RBI policy, election results, budget. There's no bigger event than budget. It's the OG of the events, okay? And board meetings, results, okay? Now you see January, we have almost all corporate results line up. We have Trump coming into the government. We have budget at the end of the month. So if you are an option trader, be careful on the short options, because though you don't get a decay first of all, because your IVs are rising very rapidly. Also the moves are very big. जोड़ी seller तभी पैसा बनाता है, या an option seller. I'll tell you the difference between option buy and sell. There is a, it is said to be, okay, consistency in option selling than option buying. Okay, and even I've experienced that. But option seller make more money if they are right on their side. Okay, now coming back to a market about the option seller. So stock में तो you forget that you are going to make any money out of decay. So David strategies won't give you much money, and a situation when we have such big large events lined up. I already counted 3. Trump coming in. Trump coming is the big thing. Okay. Now another thing we have a problem point is the FII selling. I mean, they may be tracking it on the dollar term, and then they are selling there. Budget. There is no bigger event than budget for an option trader. So yeah, don't get लालच में ना हो कि यार बहुत प्रीमियम में बेच देते हैं, आप फंस सकते हो. ठीक है. So plan your trade, and if you can avoid, if you are new, I mean, if you are old, I know you can manage, but if you are new, avoid those big event days, or are they leading up to event, or they following the event reaction day. Because you can make money if you're falling on the right side, but on the wrong side you can actually wipe out your capital. Okay, so this month is actually not a great month for a new people who come into the market for the option.
Right. Something to keep in mind for everyone attending the webinar today. And we are getting a few more questions. Mr. Kunal Joshi is asking, what do you think about how Nifty will respond tomorrow?
Nifty, Kunal ji, I follow 4-hour chart on the money flow index, and I just said at the beginning, RSI, I felt it's lagging, and it is lagging. No need to prove that. So money flow is little leading, and it is so oversold on the 4-hour. I track that every single time I have to take a call key when to exit my short or when to enter my new trade. Okay. So and आप देखो भी तो -1 DTE सेंसेक्स में बहुत पैसे नहीं हैं, तो look like there is a cushion coming in. We may react overnight, first एक घंटे में what happened in the Dow Jones, and then we will see an Indian movement. But yeah, oversold है market, or just not because I felt to say oversold 1000 point गिर गया. My track is on the money flow index, and on the 4-hour chart I track, and it is oversold.
Right, we have a few more questions coming in. Mr. Chirag is asking, are there any specific technical indicators you recommend tracking on expiry day to identify potential opportunities?
Yeah, okay, Pawan has somehow, okay, let me answer Chirag, and then there are 2 more questions above this, so we'll come back. Okay?
Yes.
So, Chirag ji, a specific technical indicator recommending tracking expiry day to identify potential opportunity. Yeah, the expiry day में एक तो combined premium. And to answer this, we have another question. What are the advantage of InstaOption? You know what? There are very few platforms, rather say played platform, where you get candle chart of the Jodi Bhav or combined premium. InstaOption is integrated with your platform in Indiabulls Securities. The combined premium tells a lot of things there. Okay, so you can use the InstaOption combined premium chart, because if you're talking about only the expiry, otherwise there are many things to do on the expiry. But yeah, if you're talking only about the expiry, yeah, you try the combined premium thing. I mean, it gives a lot of insight about what could happen, what could not happen. See, remember, whenever there is no decay on the combined premium up to 130, we have seen a huge move post 130. Okay, so and that can be seen on the InstaOption. If you are on the Indiabulls platform, you can use that free of cost. Okay, so to start with, Chirag bhai, that is a good tool. Okay, now Pawan has how will you tackle sharp gamma move on expiry when you have. So Pawan, so as I said, most of the delta what we make on the expiry day, we move much earlier than expiry hours. Okay, because we have seen the reward is say 20 rupiah, and we have paid back about 50 rupees. So we don't wait till the last moment. The what gamma move you are trying to ask, we have seen those only in the last 1 hour. So we don't wait till, because 20 रुपए के लिए हम wait करते हैं और 200 पे देख आते हैं. So we don't wait till even Indiabulls platform will have some strategy. I'm sure they will have some strategy to manage those. Okay, coming back to few more questions. Okay, तो संसार जी शॉर्ट टर्म इन्वेस्टर हो तो या आपके लिए पैनिक है but then I'm sure you have the risk appetite to manage, or else you have to talk to your advisor. Okay, what is overall view of market? Darshil bhai, if you ask me, I'm still bearish. So and just I tweeted like added some February and puts, but then it is still naked state. Tomorrow I'll make a strategy on this. I may exit also, but yes, थोड़ा ओवरसोल्ड है. ये ओवरसोल्ड डज नॉट मीन कि यहाँ से रिवर्सल आएगा, पुल बैक के बाद फिर गिरेगा. ठीक है, तो थोड़ा ओवरसोल्ड है. और अभी तो I mean if you look at the stock wise, there is a brutal. But what is good thing now? We next 2 week we'll have corporate results coming in. I think TCS अभी just आया, इनफिक आ जाएगा, और तो if there is some good things there, I mean we will have some sort of breath. Yeah. So yeah, do you or anyone know shares through on F&O on? Do you know anyone shares thoughts on F&O social media rather than selling or buying recommendation? Mudabir Khanji, I couldn't understand the question. If you can repeat, yeah, I'll be more than happy to answer that.
So
how
just
many
to let everyone know, we are not going to give any recommendations on this show. This is purely for education and to expand your knowledge base. So please do keep that in mind while writing down your questions too. Indrajeev Jha ka ek question hai, why many mid-cap, small-cap stocks are falling though DIIs are buying every day as per data?
Yeah, it's a function of demand and supply. I mean, if you don't buy enough, because the price falls. It's just a function of demand and supply. Haji, क्या बोल सकते हैं?
Mr. Mayur Deria is asking a question. What are the implications of the new expiry schedule for hedging strategies and risk management? Yes.
Mayur ji, yeah, this is a question. So suppose if I have made, so last 1 year the since expiry was Friday. Now you get all 5 days to plan your decay rates and all. Now what happens? You get a 2 days holidays, and then immediately you come one. So 1 DT is sometime gives a better return than minus 0 DT. Okay, and 0 DT is a pain over the last 3-4 months. So सेंसेक्स के टर्म में ये बेटर हो गया है, क्योंकि you immediately get 2 days of holiday and then you land up to 1 DT. Okay, others also, like everything come together. So this looks like it will manage a lot of spikes. And if you can recall 2 months back, we used to have a large spikes in the market. So this changes is kind of going to manage those problems. But yeah, for Sensex, you just land up to 1 DT after 2 days of holiday, and then it helps. Thank you, Chirag ji. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure Indiabull will plan more webinars like this in the future.
Yes, definitely. We have a lot of webinars planned in the future. There's another question from Mr. Mayur Deria. What are the potential benefits and drawbacks of having a uniform expiry schedule across all derivative contracts?
If you ask me drawbacks, so lesser opportunity for option. So although there is a pain in 0 DT, but 0 DT was the best possible case for everybody, a lot of people, that because decay was built into that. Okay, तो अगर आप volatility manage कर लेते तो decay आपके घर था for the option sellers. So वो एक opportunity खत्म हो गया. But then what is the good thing about that? That now, if you recall 6 months back, a lot of spikes were coming in. Those spikes are not there nowadays. Okay, so there are losses out of that, and there are benefits of this. So if you ask about implications of new schedules for benefit or loss, so benefit is कि चलो ठीक है अभी spike नहीं आ रहा, but loss की 0 DT नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. 0 DT has the better probabilities into the game than minus 1 DT or minus 2 DT. So we had a lot of opportunity shrinking, but then yeah, that's good for the market. I mean, see, there was pain for everybody. If they could not have stopped, a lot of people would have wind up their shop. So things are getting better, and we'll accommodate to the new cycle.
Personally, have you noticed any changes past 2 weeks? This is obviously just the second week.
There's no spike. I mean, the moves are genuine move. Like if the options are becoming 100 to 200 rupees, but then these are genuine move, and these moves comes along with the underlying movement. Like अगर निफ्टी मूव कर रहा तब ऑप्शन मूव कर रहा, पहले क्या होता है निफ्टी मूव नहीं किया 25 पॉइंट मूव किया, ऑप्शन 50 पॉइंट मूव कर जा रहा था. So over the last 2-3 weeks, you see all the option moves are genuine moves, and random spikes are nearly nil.
Nil, right. There's another question from Mr. Mayur Devia. How will the BSE monitor and evaluate the effectiveness of the new expiry schedule, and what are the key performance indicators for its success?
Our friends in BSE, may have definitely plan, but one of the thing in the zero DT era was we've seen a lot of exchange malfunctioning. Okay, so now that you have clubbed a lot of things, so exchange would have, so now everything is expiring on same day. They would have definitely augmented their capacity and all from the exchange side. And about their if you ask me, KPIs, definitely one of the KPIs to have a smooth platform going through the expiry time. There is a question from Sanjeev Ji. Can you please talk about to hedge our exposure even if we have delivery exposure and have a long view to it can't time keep the hedge position because limit property cost. Sanjeev sir, एक तो अभी अभी I think आप थोड़ा अभी ज्वाइन किए हैं. So I was giving an instance of result day. So assume, and I remember I had sell into my portfolio. I had placed that and created position to trade the election result day, and the sale was down about 20%. So those exposures immediately created problem for everybody. But now I'm sure everybody has learned their lessons. Even the trader, the brokerage team, the RMS team of the brokerages, and then they have factored in a lot of good checks and control into that place. Okay, and hedge is the must in this kind of market. Yeah, there is a hedge cost, but you know what? That cost saves you from a lot of pain. If you see, even if somebody has a positional trade, Bank Nifty, nobody would have thought it will fall below the election day result and 2,000 point below. Only thing they would have got saved in a, like Bank Nifty is a monthly expiry, so the positional trade, unless there is a hedge, they would have got into a lot of pain. And then since there was a hedge, there will be some marginal benefit which could have been used in the MTM and all. Okay, so there is another question. Where do you see Sensex strong support? नसीम जी देखो, ऐसे मार्केट में सपोर्ट रेजिस्टेंस कहाँ कुछ समझ में आ रहे हैं, आप बताओ. आप देखो, nobody would have thought this kind of one sided brutal sell out, तो बहुत difficult है. But what we have learned over the last period कि जो जोड़ी का भाव होता है उससे 1.5x में थोड़ा कंट्रोल आता है on the expiry day. It is just for the expiry day, nothing else. Okay, and there is one more question: how can I leverage algo trading to improve my trading performance? Mayur sir, the answer to this is algo trading is not a guarantee to profit, but then what you do here, you become a lot of first you check your strategy, you backtest strategy, and you throw out your wishful trades. Like today ही अगर मैं सुबह आता और बोलता यार बाजार तो 4,000 पॉइंट गिर चुका है, ऊपर से काम करते हैं, मैं बैंक निफ्टी की बात कर रहा हूँ, लॉन्ग करते हैं, you would have been down another 700 point by now. So that would have been a wishful a trade. But then Algo don't think that way कि कितना गिर चुका है. Algo thinks okay अभी क्या ट्रेंड है, and it takes trade accordingly. Okay, so one thing on the algo is it is not a wishful trade. I mean, everybody here on this call can add to this point. We have lost big money only when we did the wishful trade, मन की trade किया था हमने, not the what is the right trade. Okay, so algo trade definitely help you to capture a bigger opportunity. And for the key consideration about the implementing algo strategies, one, when we plan, we definitely do a lot of back testing. So where should I keep my stop loss? Which day should I not trade? I mean, see, I was talking about delta. So one of the conditions we have kept in our delta is if the synthetic levels are below the spot level, which is actually an unnatural setup, don't fire the trade. अगर आप ये चीज मैनुअली करो तो बहुत मुश्किल है ट्रैक करना थ्रू आउट द डे, राइट? So you actually weed out a lot of unnatural things, set up into the system, and then you only trade when needed to be traded, and you don't actually become an addict to trade, which I do when I'm trading manually. So there are many considerations. You check good back test, you do a good planning, which day should I not fire, which day should I fire my trade, or what all the condition do even during those trade days. So it gives a lot of benefit. Another thing, so हमारे स्टॉप लॉसेस एल्गो में सारे सिंथेटिक लेवल पे हैं. अगर हमने एक 25 रुपए का जोड़ी बेचा है, so we don't track stop loss of the on the premium of the option. We don't track on the market move. We track it on the synthetic move. Now manually I cannot do that. So because why I am tracking synthetic move? Suppose I've sold a Sensex को tomorrow 500 रुपए पे और मैंने 600 रुपए का straddle पे stop loss डाला है. See, it could happen that market move 50 point and the combined premium move 100 point. But then if you are tracking it on the synthetic level, it factor in lot of IVs and all. So you may get an exit at 20 point on the Sensex because the IV jumped up, your option premium jumped up, you get early exit. See, these things cannot be done on the manual. I mean, you can do it. I mean, you need to be outstanding, and all. But the system helps you a lot of things to automate. So automatic is always better than wishful trading.
Right. One more question. How can I use data analytics and machine learning to inform my trading decisions and capture alpha? And what are the most effective tools and techniques for doing so?
So the data analytics में, I'll tell you, there are endless opportunity. But then for a trader where they get stuck, see, to analyze, you need to arrange data into format in a different, what you call, or manufacture data. There you spend all the day because your bhav copy, even if you are a regular trader, don't have a very sophisticated system to create data. Your bhav copy comes only at 8:39. When you prepare, when you go for next day, okay, you are not a day trader, you are a positional trader. Still, arranging those data, formatting those data will take a lot of time. So first thing one should do is to find out the brokerage, find out the platform who provides you those data manufactured, ready-made. Okay, and then you spend your time on analyzing that. Then other than my point is to spend your time on analyzing, then you collect data from different sources, manufacture and format it and all. So I would say first thing you do to find the source, appropriate source or authenticated source. And see, machine learning and all, is the future. So yeah, I know. I mean, I'm trading just 5 lots. Why should I spend so much of money on the machine learning and all? But I will tell you, you don't have to actually buy everything. There are platforms, there are brokerages who will come up with those solutions. All you have to do is to find who are they, and then just go and get along with that. So you don't have to actually think about collecting data, manufacturing data. You think where I can get this readily available, even for a cost. But get free, authentic, I'll be more than happy. But even for a cost, and then spend your time on analyzing that, building your modules onto that. Okay. So Mayur sir, to answer your question, I would first figure it out. How do I get those data, authenticated data, readily available? Because ट्रेडर के लिए बहुत काम होता है. हम डेटा भाव कॉपी से बनाते रहेंगे तो पूरा दिन निकल जाएगा हमारा.
Right. एंड मैं फिर से अपनी ऑडियंस को रिमाइंड कर दूं कि वेबिनार क्लोज करने से पहले वी कैन स्टिल टेक अप 1 or 2 क्वेश्चंस. तो आपको कोई क्वेश्चंस हो कल की एक्सपायरी से रिलेटेड, ऑप्शन ट्रेडिंग से रिलेटेड, तो प्लीज कमेंट सेक्शन में डाल दीजिए. Meanwhile, once again, for people who joined late, Mr. Sriwastava, what strategy can they follow for tomorrow? Any top 2-3 things that they should keep in mind?
So one thing, so if you're an option buyer, allow some time the market to settle down, and only you see, see the VIX is really high. I mean, it is almost near 16. So अगर VIX गिरता है तो buyer को कुछ पैसे नहीं आएंगे. Okay, and seller will make. So see the VIX trend for tomorrow morning, first say 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and keep an eye on the indicators, whichever you are using on the money, oversold or overbought, and then take a trade. And if you're a jodi seller, remember one thing, you have just 500 rupees for tomorrow. अगर 500 पॉइंट में सेंसेक्स रुक गया, जो कि सी सेंसेक्स का इवन 100 is 0.12%, तो 500 पॉइंट इज नॉट अ बिग मूव. ओके, इट कैन हैपन इवन ब्लिंक ऑफ आईलिड. ओके, बट अगर रुक गया तभी पैसे बनेंगे, नहीं रुका तो बहुत जाएंगे. तो फॉर जोड़ी सेलर इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट कि बहुत देयर इज नथिंग मच ऑन द टेबल फॉर टुमारो. I mean, there are still 500 rupees, but then the risk to reward is not favoring an option seller for jodi seller for tomorrow. Okay, So all depend on how we go on the volatility, and there are stocks. I mean, there are stocks which one can prepare and then look for tomorrow. But yeah, for the expiry, for the buyer, allow the VIX. Even if it get completely melt out in the morning, then you can get into that. And for the seller, अगर विक्स मिल करके तो 500 भी नहीं मिल रहे भैया, कुछ नहीं है कल के लिए, तो बहुत बड़ा रिस्क है. मतलब 500 रुपए ठीक है, वन कैन say why would I leave 500 rupees, but then risk to reward is not favoring for tomorrow.
Right. Before we close the show, once again, अगर कोई questions हैं तो please डाल दीजिए. We'll be here another few minutes. Mr. Srivastava, last question from my side. You have so much experience. 22 साल का आपका trading experience है. आप trading में expert भी हैं. What is the one thing that you would like to impart to our audience, considering जो आपका experience है और आपने कितना कुछ देखा है markets में, up and downs देखे हैं. So anything that a trader should always keep in mind. What do you think you would like to tell?
So I will not only for trader. There we have sir who just replied. He's a short term investor. See, this is not the end of the world. अगर आपका एक opportunity कल miss हो गया तो don't get panic. I mean, there is always an opportunity. Okay, and the most important, I follow. We have built a lot of algos. We have built in those conditions. If needed, don't take a trade, but don't get into a setup which is unnatural. Okay, जैसे हमने भी example दिया. If the synthetic is trading below the spot, not to trade. क्यों करना trade, है ना? So basically compulsive trader नहीं बनना. Don't trade. There are days when this is not made for you, and कल तो end नहीं हो रहा ना, लाइफ तो बहुत लंबी है, फिर कभी ट्रेड कर लेंगे. अगर unnatural setup है, don't get into that. Another thing, wishful trading kills. So never ever get into a wishful trading. Build your system, build a methodology. If nothing but there are enough data into the market. There are enough indicators. Build a methodology and stick to that. If possible, codify it. If you cannot code it, there are people who code for money. There are brokerages. I'm sure Indiabulls will offer some time, that coding for people and making their system, another trading strategy into an algorithm. So yeah, rather than getting into wishful trade, I would say, make it more automated.
Right. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Srivastava. I'm afraid those are all the questions that we had today. But I'm really happy to see the participation from the audience. And once again, thank you for the patience that you've shown us. आपने बहुत patience के साथ एक एक question answer किया हमारी audience का. So thank you for being there for us. As for our audience, हम ऐसे ही बहुत ही interesting और interactive webinars आपके लिए लेकर आते रहेंगे. And to know कि ये कब हो रहे हैं, क्या dates हैं, क्या time है, please follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook at the rate Indiabulls Sec. So stay tuned to stay updated with all our videos and webinar. Mr. Pawan is saying thank you. Mr. Sanjeev is saying thank you. So again, grateful for your presence. Mr. Mayur is also thanking you, sir. Once again, thank you for sharing your knowledge with us.
I mean, it's my pleasure, honor to interact with our people, and I love to talk about the markets. That's what I've done over the last 20 years. So yeah, I'll be more than happy to come again and help our new traders, and then all this curiosity about the market questions and about that. Thank you.
Right, definitely. We will definitely catch up with you soon. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you.